probably seen the ads, Mediterranean cruises for a few $100s. But what does a 7-day cruise through Greece, Turkey, and Italy actually cost when you are coming from abroad? Flights, hotels, Wi-Fi on board charges, it all adds up. I recently took that cruise with my wife and son, and I tracked every dollar, even the ones I didn't expect to spend. So in this video, I'm sharing the full breakdown of what I paid, what I learned, and what you need to know before you book an MSC cruise. If you are planning to cruise in 2026 or just want to travel smarter, stay with me. Cruising can be amazing value, but only if you understand the full picture. So in this video, I'll walk you through the exact cost of my trip, no guessing, few surprises that showed up on my bills, what was 100% worth it, and what I would skip next time. I'm not here to complain. I want to help you plan better, spend smarter, and avoid costly mistakes. So let's get into it. This was a trip that I planned carefully. A 7-day cruise on MSC Lyrica departing from Priors in Greece. So since we were flying out from Canada, we didn't want to risk anything. So we booked 2 nights in Priors before the cruise to adjust to jet lag and avoid flight delays. And after the cruise, we stayed 2 more nights to experience more of Greece. That flexibility cost money, but it made the trip smoother and less stressful. So let's talk about the route and the first impressions. The cruise itself stopped in Izmir, that is in the Republic of Turkey, and Istanbul, and Corfu, which is under the administrative authority of the Greeks, before heading over to Bari, which was our final destination for the cruise before coming back to Greece to disembark. Our cabin was in level 8 and part of the MSC Fantastica experience. The ship is in one of the mega cruise liners, which honestly I preferred. It was more manageable and easier to get around because there were not too many people in the cruise. Boarding was quick, the staff were friendly, and the ship made a solid first impression. Here is what I paid in Canadian dollars for 3 people, that is my wife and my little boy. The cruise fare was $1,951.53, and we booked this almost a year in advance. The flights from Abbotsford here in Canada to Greece round trip for 3 people, it cost us $4,668.56. In the hotel before the cruise, 2 nights, it cost us $227.21. The hotel after the cruise, 2 nights again, it cost us $405.69. And this was in Athens. The Wi-Fi package, my portion cost $140.91. My wife covered the second portion of the internet package for about $107.73. So the total trip cost for me was $7,501.78 Canadian dollars. That is excluding the food and other expenses that I felt were not directly related to this cruise trip. So that's the real, no fluff, all-in cost for the international traveler, not a marketing number. So let's talk about the 83 euro charge that I saw on my bill about the MSC cruise. About halfway through the trip, I noticed 83 euro service charge per adult. So that means for me and my wife, for our onboard account. So that was 166 euro in total. It was listed as a housekeeping service charge. Totally fine if it was communicated clearly, but for us, there was no mention at check-in or during the booking. Or maybe we just missed it, I don't know. But I went to the guest services, explained the situation, and they reversed the charges right away. No pushback. I thought the lesson in this case was always review your account on board charges daily. Not because the cruise line is trying to trick you, but to stay informed. Let's talk about the internet. Was the Wi-Fi really worth it? I bought the browse and stream internet package for $140.91 Canadian dollars. It was supposed to handle video calls, in my understanding, streaming uploads, real talk. It worked about half the time. Messaging and email were okay, but uploads were painfully slow. So was it worth it? Yes, if you just want lighter browsing, but not if you are trying to work or create or upload content consistently, at least from my experience. The bottom line is don't rely on cruise Wi-Fi for mission critical work. So let's talk about what was actually great, because I like to give credit where it's due. The food was surprisingly good, especially breakfast on top of the deck with views on the sea. The service staff were very respectful, helpful, and worked hard the entire time. Ship experience was clean, relaxed, and easy to navigate. MSC delivered on these. So let's talk about getting sick on board. Near the end of the trip, we both we both caught a cold. Not blaming anyone, it could have been something we got from the airport, the ship, or just bad timing, but a good reminder to take cold meds, stay hydrated, and bring vitamin C, especially if you are cruising in winter. Now let's move on to the destinations. The highlight of this cruise wasn't just the ship, it was the destinations. Izmir, it was a welcoming coastal city that was calm, and I really enjoyed exploring it. Istanbul, the European side was a sensory overload in a good way. We toured the European side, and I think it's something that deserves a video on its own. Corfu, which is under the administrative authority of Greece, it's an island, and it was really scenic, spiritual, and peaceful. We visited the Greek Orthodox Church and learned a bit more about the history, and even along the way, we learned a bit about the island of Corfu, which was fantastic. Bari, my personal favorite. We explored the trolley houses, and it felt like stepping into a different world altogether. So MSC gave us access to all this in just 7 days, and that's something I wouldn't trade. So my final thoughts are that, is it something that I would say this was worth it? Would I do it again? Yes, but with my eyes open. The real cost was nearly 7,500 Canadian dollars, and I had to stay on top of fees, account charges, and Wi Fi issues. But overall, I got to see four incredible places and experience something meaningful. And for me, that's money well spent as long as you are informed and intentional. So if this video helped you, give it a like and hit subscribe. I create content that blends smart travel with financial strategy, because experiences like this should build your life, not drain your wallet. And if you want to work with me directly on travel planning, wealth building, or investing, check out my website on www.streetwiseeconomics.com. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.